Is the lawyer and public affairs analyst Olayinka Ola-Daniels. It's good to have you join us right now.
Thank you.
Now, we have seen since the last few months and then counting to weeks and then days, we have seen lots and lots of politicking on who becomes the next Senate President, Deputy Senate President, and the leaders of the National Assembly generally. With all of the different interests, do you think there's undue interference in what should have gone or what should go on just between colleagues, amongst colleagues who are senators or House of Rep members? We've seen political parties, we've seen governors, we've seen even the presidency, different arms of government and all of that, you know, coming up with different postulations on this.
Well, I think one thing we must understand is that politics is about permanent interest. Now, all these political parties, all the people, all these members in the National Assembly, they came in through a platform. So in as much as we are saying, yes, let the House be independent, let them be able to come together and choose their leader, we cannot also rule out the place of the political parties, the platform that brought them into the House. So if there is an agreement among the party members, the governors, the other party leaders, if there is an agreement among them to say, okay, let us have this as our leader in the House. Because a lot of people think, oh, yes, how come the executive is interfering? You see, or the governors and all that. Yes, we can say that. We may have an issues with it, but the truth remains, the party's place in such system cannot be overemphasized.
Now,
Thank you.
Now, the point there is, do you foresee, just in a few hours now, they will go into that session that will make a whole difference as the case be. Do you foresee any upset?
Well, I do not see that coming. After all, the APC, they have at least more members. This is an election coming up. If they have more members and they've agreed among themselves to go this route, I don't see any upset them coming up as an leaders, as an APC imagine as leaders, both chambers.
Okay.
So I don't see any upset.
All right, we'll wait to see how things play out. Olayinka Ola-Daniels, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Joining me now is a lawyer and public affairs analyst, Olayinka Ola-Daniels. Thank you for joining us on TVC Breakfast.
Thank you for
Now, today is the inauguration of the Ninth Assembly as well as the election of the leadership of the Assembly. But beyond that, the Ninth Assembly has its function of representing, lawmaking, as well as oversight functions over the executive. How would you expect, or what would you want to see in this Ninth Assembly when it comes to functioning in all of these three aspects?
Well, first thing I will say is, one, they must take cognizance of the fact that they are representatives of the people. So now, the interest of the people should be paramount and not a personal interest. Why they were there? Because those people elected them to go there and do this bid for them.
But with the intrigues that has played up to this day where the election will take place, do you think that will be easy for them to do, seeing that some have said that there are backings of some outside forces whose interest is why these people are there?
Well, unfortunately, that is politics for us. We can't take that from politics. It's going to happen, like we talk about interest. People want, particularly the current government, the APC, they want the party to move forward, to work forward, and to them, they believe that is having their own people as the leaders of the National Assembly. You know, that is what we make it work for the executive also. So you can't take that away from them if that is what they think. What we are saying is, whatever it is, what should be paramount is the interest of the people. Okay. For instance, you are in the National Assembly as we speak today. I think the first thing they should do is take out all archaic laws. Some of the laws we are still using in Nigeria today, they were picked from some other countries. Those countries, they have even repealed those laws. They are not even using some of those laws anymore. See, and thank God for the eighth National Assembly. They did well. They did a bit well. We can't say they did on, because so far, if we look at from 2009 up to date, I think they passed the highest bills. Aside from that, number of bills they considered, like the too young, never too young to run, and other bills, then the intervention and all that, they did well. But what we are saying that this Night Assembly should take it further. One, the archaic laws, because when you're making laws, now don't forget that the Nigeria of 1999 is not the Nigeria of 2019. Things had moved. Every day, things are changing, even to traditions, to our culture. These laws that you are making, does it go well with our culture? Does it go well with our tradition? Don't just pick laws from a country that we are totally different.
All right, so which of the laws
people
now, because an aspect that some Nigerians have spoken about is the electoral amendment that was some sort, it was, read with some sort of controversy in the 8th Assembly, perhaps. Should that be where they start from?
Well, they can look at that, because don't forget that the 8th Assembly actually did their part by passing this law, but expecting an asking from Mr. President, which he didn't give, because to him, he felt they had not done.
How about their oversight
justice.
function now, in terms of their relationship with the executive?
Yes, that is key. It's very, very key, because if the House does not work together with the executive, the truth is we are not going anywhere as a nation. Because that is where these bills, that is where this law comes in. Now, also intervention is also another thing, and which the 8th Assembly also did wonderfully well. You see, now also don't forget that we are talking about making laws. So far, the 8th Assembly, some of their failures. One, the health care. We can't take the funds that was released, but the healthcare, the security issues and all that bills need to be looked into
by the 9th Assembly.
By the 9th Assembly. A lot of work for them there.
Olayinka Ola-Daniels, thank you for your time on TVC Breakfast.
Very well. Thank you.